الحمد لله نحمده ونستغفره ونستعينه ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة أولا بتقوى الله، فاتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ثم أما بعد. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful, and the best of his peace and blessings shall be bestowed upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and upon those who follow his footsteps. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the topic that I want to tackle today is a rather sensitive one, directly related to preserving the deen of our children, to preserving the religion of the coming generations. We are blessed, as we always say, and we mean it. We're blessed to be living in a multicultural society that promotes freedom of religion, freedom of speech. It is a blessing for us to be able to live our deen to the fullest. It is a blessing to be able to meet people from all walks of life, different ideologies, different lifestyles. And it's something that we welcome and we can coexist with. Islam and Muslims have always coexisted with others. As a matter of fact, have always, even in countries that are considered Muslims and ruled by Islam, there was room for people of different ideologies and religions to flourish and live and coexist. But this arrangement, my dear brothers and sisters, is rather critical, because we have to be 100% aware and awake and ready to explain the differences, because it's rather confusing to our kids when they see different lifestyles and different applications, and it's rather difficult on them when they have to make decisions, especially that we are a minority. So the majority are living in a certain way, and you as a minority live in differently. And in perception, especially for children, if it's practiced by the masses, it should be the right thing to do. Because this is how the brain functions. It's bigger, it's better. Everybody's doing it, it's right. They will come to you with questions. And it's okay for them to ask questions. We should be happy that our kids are raising questions, because it's a sign of healthy development. We should not be afraid of receiving those questions. We should not be scared of those questions. And we should know indeed the source of our confidence is the Quran Kareem. And we should know indeed that we do have answers for all questions, not because we invented them, because they were revealed to us by the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. As He told us in Surah Al-Kahf, وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ لِلنَّاسِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have revealed to us all examples, all answers, everything we need to know. It's in the Holy Quran. The fact that sometimes we don't have answers is because we're ignorant in it, not because it's not there. Because we have to work harder and produce ulama to discover and reveal those answers. That's the importance of having ulama amongst us, so they can react and find those answers. But I have two advices today. If your child is coming to you with a question, we need to know two main points. This question might be purely out of curiosity and exploration. They really want to know. And that's the good question. But it also could be stemming out of pain. They were hurt by that question. They were devalued. Someone asked them, "No, you don't eat the whole day? Are you insane? You're going to kill yourself." They don't know how to answer. They're hurt. They want to know. Someone destabilized their feelings, disturbed them by asking them a question in an offensive way. And they come to you, they want to know because they've been hurt. So it is important for us to distinguish between the inquisitive question, normal exploration question, and a question that was generated because they want to know, because they're hurt. They lost some confidence, they lost some dignity, they want to regain it. And I assure you, as long as they're comfortable and confident and dignified, trust me, most of them will not even ask questions. So we need to focus on why were they asked the question, and we need to address the feelings behind it. So for us as parents, there are a few tips that we need to follow. Knowing that there's a reason behind the question, we need to pay full attention to them. Leave everything. When you're asked a question, leave everything aside and sit down with them. Listen to them. Don't rush into answering the question. One of the biggest mistakes that people do, they rush into giving a straight answer. Don't give a straight answer. Understand why the question was asked. Comfort them because they're hurt. You're a doctor now. You need to comfort them. You need to calm them down. You need to absorb them. You need to assure them that you love them and care about them, that they're dignified, that they're worth it, that they're valued. Raise their self-esteem. Ask why. Explore. And then have a logical answer when you know why they're asking questions. And let them know that asking questions is not wrong or aib or haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in many ayat told us, addressing Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَنْفَالِ وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلْ always answer. We're not afraid of answering questions. But the problem starts if we don't have answers and we don't know them. Absorbing our children is important. Having the answer is important, because if you don't give them the answer, they will look for it elsewhere. And they might get it from the wrong source. And then, لا قدر الله, يحدث ما لا يحمد عقباه. Things might happen that you don't want to do. And it could be as severe as them making critical choices. Now, one of the most important questions asked in our days is the concept of halal and haram. What is halal and haram? Why is there halal and haram? Can we change the halal and haram system? Is it time related? Does the system expire? Because life is progressing, life is developing. Can we maybe put this aside because it doesn't fit? Because maybe we don't know how to support it and it looks bad on us? Maybe we should drop this or change that or reform our deen? Are these valid questions or valid suggestions? The concept of halal and haram is extremely important because it defines you as a Muslim. It's what makes you a Muslim. And I'm going to focus today on 5 main prohibited actions in Islam, 5 harams. There are many rules and regulations, but focus on these 5 because this is what every Muslim child and adult deals with almost on a daily basis. And the first one being food, khanzir, lahm al-khanzir. In particular, pork. Second one, al-khamr, liquor. Third one, al-riba. Fourth one, relationships outside of marriage, zina wal-iyad billah. And the fifth one, homosexuality. 5 actions that define you as a Muslim, define your child as a Muslim, and you're faced with the questions almost in every single day, why? Why don't you eat this? Why don't you drink this? Why can't you have a girlfriend? Why can't you have a boyfriend? Why do you accept this or reject that? Before we get into these 5 actions, we want to understand the system of halal and haram, and we want to evaluate, does the system of halal and haram only exist in Islam? Does the system of halal and haram, is it something from the past? Is it something underdeveloped? Is it something that does not suit humanity that we've invented? Or is it something that exists in everything we do in life? First we say, the halal and haram system, or Islam in particular, is a life management system, is a management system, is a system that's designed to give us guidance, to invoke sense of order, fair play, protection, security, guidance, like many systems that exist in life. If we go below the law of the land, criminal law, traffic law, all these laws we all have to abide by. They're there to regulate our lives and to make it better. In addition to the law of the land, that nobody argues, because we all live by, because we know something really important about that. These laws and regulations or codes are here to show us benefits and harm. Again, going back to the principle of benefit and harm in Islam. All these regulations, whatever it is to bring you benefit and to help you avoid harm. Simple as that. There are laws and regulations related to the law of the land, and then there are groups, codes, values, code of ethics, regulations. And Islam is a management system that has its own set of rules and regulations. But we also know that these sets of codes, they stem from somewhere, they come from somewhere, created by somebody. So there are systems out there that people claim that they came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, called religions, like we do, Islam, Christianity, Judaism. And then there are systems that are created by people in an attempt to help people regulate their lives. Socialism, capitalism, or lifestyles out there. People seek benefits in those systems. So Islam for us is a system that we use to manage our life, and we know we will benefit out of it. Give you an example for those of you that are professional engineers, like myself. I subscribe to a group called the Society of Professional Engineers. Why am I part of this society? Because I know there's a benefit to me joining this society. I have to subscribe to the society, I even pay dues, zakat to the society, and I benefit from the society. I get recognition, I get reputation, I get guidance in my work, I get protection, I get benefits by joining the society. And same thing for different professional societies and unions. Why do people join these societies? To benefit out of it. Exact same idea. So it's nothing foreign. It's something highly recommended and practiced in advanced countries to form societies. Same thing to our kids. They need to understand that Islam is a society where we seek guidance, benefits, assurances, securities, group. It's nothing from the past or something invalid in our day and time. So why do we subscribe to those systems? Al-Ghazali rahmatullah alayhi said beautifully, اعلم أن الحرام كله خبيث لكن بعضه أخبث من بعض والحلال كله طيب ولكن بعضه أطيب من بعض. So for us in Islam, what's halal and haram? Everything that's haram is a khabath, is a khabith, is harmful. This is our guiding lines. Everything is halal, is tayyib, is good, is beneficial. Statement, make it ready and bold when you're asked a question. Why halal and haram? Because everything that we consider haram is khabith. There's some harm in it. Whether we know it or not, we trust the Creator. Everything that's halal, we know it's beneficial. Whether we feel it or not, we know it's benefiting us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, وَيُحِلُّ لَهُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثِ. Clearly in the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made halal to you everything that's tayyib, and made haram upon you everything that's bad. Again, the first answer is why halal and haram? Harmful and beneficial. Other benefits in Islam that we seek other than the regulation of our lives, the guidance, the hayat tayyibat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about, the prosperity. We also, in religions, we have another dimension to it, which is al-akhirah, the afterlife. There are benefits in following this system, Islam, because we are seeking benefits after we die. Because we believe that it doesn't stop at the grave. We believe that there's something after, and it's important because it's a much longer life. It's a life where we don't get sick, we stay healthy, and we live in a condition that we choose. We want to live in a good condition, in that bigger and better life, then we have to do certain things in dunya. If we don't want to live in a good condition, after, it's your choice. But it's an important element to this society to be explained to our kids, that life after concept. Hey, is Islam subjected to development and change? Can we reevaluate, reform? Can we change it? Does it expire? Well, there are two sides to this in Islam. In other systems and societies, they're continuously improving due to the technological development, and all developments in life. People will change the rules and regulations. In Islam, there are two sides to it. There are the set of laws and codes and rules that will never change. They're fixed. They're principles tied to your ibadat, to your worship, tied to creational issue that are set by the Creator. It's not going to change. And they're clearly mentioned in our book of guidance, our code, the Holy Quran. It's clearly mentioned that this doesn't change. So don't attempt to change it. And there are things that are subjected to development in the muamalat, in new development, new business cases, a new way of purchasing. Yeah, you can develop those, but they are not related to the core values and the principles. So we need to know that there are many principles in Islam that are not subjected and open for change. We take them as is because we trust the expert that developed it for us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We trust the designer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows better. If any of us claim to have better knowledge, then let us know. But nobody knows what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator, knows. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also informed us in the Holy Quran, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. Allah's way has been perfected at the end of the lifetime of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Has been perfected, developed, completed. No room for change on the principle side, as we said. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen this system for us. You want to be with Him? This is the system that you need to follow. So who's obligated to follow the system? Is it because your name is Umar? That means you're obligated and you're compliant? Is it because you're born into a Muslim family? That means by default you're compliant and you represent Islam? Absolutely not. Although people born in Islam have a chance to live it and explore it at a young age, because guess what? You're not obligated till you reach puberty. Because you have to make the decision. Because it's a choice. No obligation. لا إكراه في الدين. In another ayah, فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. It's your choice. You want it, you see the benefit in it, take it. You don't want it, sure, go ahead, choose something else. No hard feelings. You're not forced into it. So it is absolutely your choice. But once you make that choice, you're obligated. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Ahzab, وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَن يَكُونَ لَهُمْ خِيَرَةٌ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ. Period. You've subscribed to this system. You signed. You are committed. You signed by your choice, but then you submit to the rules and regulations. For God's sake, nowadays, if you want to buy a shirt online, you have to click agree to terms and conditions. And once you click, you're obligated. What happens if I say, no, I'm not going to agree to the terms and conditions? You're not getting anything. You're not getting the benefit that you're seeking. They will not sell you a shirt. And even less than that, if you don't agree to terms and conditions. This is not a foreign idea. We live it every single day in everything we do. But when it comes to Islam, all of a sudden, it's taboo, it's bogus. You don't know what it is. It's normal, it's system. So once you obligate, once you commit, you're obligated to the system as is, without having to attempt to change it. But if the system is so good and there's a lot of benefits in Islam, why aren't everybody subscribing to it? Simple. Because people have understandings, convictions, desires. It might not work for them. People might find Islam too restrictive. People might don't want to believe in something called life after. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, وَقَالُوا إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا حَيَاتُنَا الدُّنْيَا وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَبْعُوثِينَ. We don't care about the life after. I had a friend once, a co-worker, he once told me, I love your guys' system in life, but I'm not ready for it. I want to have fun. Sure. No one would force anybody. If you want to choose something else, choose whatever you want. And know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also told us, وَمَا أَكْثَرَ النَّاسَ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتَ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Most people will not choose it. Because it is sometimes in direct conflict with certain desires. You have to suppress your desires. This is what Islam is about. You have to fast Ramadan. You have to pray 5 times a day. You have to go Hajj and pay zakat and. Some people can't live with that. Some people think it's way too complicated and restrictive. It's their choice. They want the benefit of Islam in dunya and akhirah. You're welcome. You don't want it, it's up to you. Does that make them bad people? Important question. Trick question. No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't, because not everybody that chose to live in a different system is deliberately a sneaky plotter that wants to harm humanity. No. It's up to them, because they saw benefit elsewhere. Khalas. They will enjoy the consequences of their choices. Doesn't make them bad. It's not a love or hate situation. I don't have to hate them. I'm not asked to hate them. I'm asked to remind them. فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرْ. Your job is to remind and show the good and share the good. فَتَكُنْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ. Show the good. Share the good with people. They want to choose it, أهلا وسهلا. They don't want to choose it, it's completely up to them. So we completely reject people working in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and enforcing religion, punishing others. It's not part of it's not our job anyways. So if someone is doing it, they got something wrong in their head. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the owner of the religion, not us. We are followers. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He wanted, He could have forced everybody to follow. Exactly like He forced Ash-Shams wal-Qamar to rotate in an orbit without missing one simple rotation. All creations are completely in line, enforced to submit to their systems, but humans, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a different system. It's your choice. Do it or not, it's your choice. You want to complete, ahlan wa sahlan. You don't want, you leave it. So it's none of anybody's right to enforce or punish or judge. And again, it doesn't mean that people with different systems are bad. We work with them, we deal with them, we remind them, we share with them what we have. But that's all what we can do. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم واستغفروه لا يفوز المستغفرين. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. To the point of people choosing different systems, even if these people or those people are people that you love, you care about so much. Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You can't force anybody, even if you love, to accept this guidance and system. If they want it, Allah يهدي من يشاء. If they want it, they will have it. If they don't want it, if we all start trying to drill it in their heads, it's not going to happen. Again, another confirmation that it's individual's choice, human right to choose whatever they want and live with their choices. But what if, coming to the end of this, what if someone insists on changing the system? Someone will come up and say, you know what, I want to be a Muslim, but I'm going to be a pork-eating Muslim. I'm a pork-eating Muslim. I've declared that I'm a pork-eating Muslim. What does that mean? Does that even make sense? And this applies to all 5 harams that we talked about. Zina, riba, lahm khinzir, homosexuality. If someone said, I want to be a pork-eating Muslim, we say, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. This is called istihlal. So bringing one of the rules, haram, and forcing it to become halal, you're changing the original system. So it's not the original system. It's not Islam that we're talking about here. It's your own creation. Again, it's your choice. It's not about someone forcing somebody in or out or judging if you're in or out. It's you. Set of values that are fixed, you change them, you just created your own religion. Congratulations. You can be the prophet for that religion. Good for you, whatever you want to do. But this is not Islam. Islam is protected. Islam is preserved. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. It's protected, it's served, it's preserved. We can't change it. If anybody would change it, it would be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His religion. He owns it. So a message to everybody that's trying to twist and alter and change. It is not up to you, it's not up to me. If me as an engineer, let's say I claim that I am a professional engineer, but by the way, I'm not going to follow the codes of design, nor the codes of enforcement of negligence. I don't care about them. What would happen to me? I will deliberately get kicked out. I will be stripped away from my title as a professional engineer by the society, by the experts. They will say, you're not a professional engineer, you can't represent us. Use our title. Does that make them intolerant? Does that make them racist? Does that make them not accepting of others? No. It's their right. It's their religion. It's their deen. It's their system. They designed it. They know what's right and wrong in it. If I don't take it as a whole, that means I unsubscribed. I signed out myself. I either take it as a whole or leave it as a whole. Same thing applies to Islam, my dear brothers and sisters. My dear wise people, the people of mind and brain, and there are many of them out there, people of reason. Islam is the exact same idea. If you don't take it all, you leave it all. Not because someone is being intolerant to you, not because someone is not accepting you, not because someone hates you. No, that's the way it is. You cannot be a pork-eating Muslim in terms of istihlal. Important point. Someone might do it as a asi, meaning he's done the sin. We all can fall short and commit sins, but knowing that it's a sin, admitting that it's a haram, then that's different. That's a asi. You statab, asi, you talk to him, you advise him, you accept him or her. But the ones that will insist on committing one of those harams or any harams and claiming loudly and clearly that it's not a haram. The Quran has to be changed. We hear it every day. They come up and say the Quran has to be changed. Well, why do you waste your time? Just go create your own religion. Leave us alone. We're happy with it. 1.6 billion people on earth accepting it. Maybe you don't apply it 100% because of a lot of ignorance. But that's the way it is. Don't change it. 1400 years. Nobody will be able to change it. So a message to everybody that's trying to force new things into Islam and change the codes of Islam, you are more than welcome to go create your own religion, create your own systems, but do not attempt to change Islam because it will never be changed. And you cannot call yourself a Muslim if you accept and clearly announce that one of the principles have to be changed to something else. This is our position and we will never change it. This is Islam as we know it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will still be tolerant and accepting of others with their own choices. Everybody will live with their own choices. Everybody will get their own benefits and avoid their harms and suffer their consequences. For our children, we tell them, if people want to live somewhere else or some other ways, it's up to them. Stay within the house of Islam. You want to enjoy the benefits of guidance on earth and the long-lasting, beautiful life in the Akhirah. This is Islam as is. We take it. We accept it. We will never accept changing it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show us the right path and help us follow it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us amongst these confusing times. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us and enlighten our hearts and our minds to know the right thing and do it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us, protect our deen, protect our children, and help us protect our identity. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect all the weakness across the globe. Our brothers and sisters that are suffering everywhere in Syria, Palestine, Iraq, Kashmir, Yemen, Egypt, everywhere. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless them and protect them and alleviate their sufferings. اللهم انا نسألك العفو والعافية في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم عافنا في ديننا، اللهم عافنا في دنيانا، اللهم استر عوراتنا وآمن روعاتنا، واحفظنا من بين يدينا ومن خلفنا وعن يميننا وعن شمائلنا ومن فوقنا، ونعوذ بك أن نغتال من تحتنا. اللهم احفظنا من كل الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن يا رب العالمين، إنك على كل شيء قدير. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى صحبه أجمعين. الله يأمركم بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله يذكركم واستغفروا يغفر لكم والله يعلم ما تصنعون. حق لا إله إلا الله محمد عبده ورسوله. استقيموا استووا, straighten your lines, close the gaps. Remember that standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, stand up with the utmost courtesy and respect. Pray as if it's your last. Allahu Akbar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I sincerely apologize.